from Been There, Rock That.
Yep.
What's going on, guys? It's Prance,
Yo,
Stilo,
Yo.
Robbie is still. Where the hell is Robbie at?
Robbie in Europe.
some way of putting
Oh,
another stamp in the
Spain.
passport.
That motherfucker travel more than traveling itself.
Yes, sir.
He doing his numbers.
Yes, my homegirl Kate is also here. She's gonna be
Hey,
watching the
Kate.
podcast. Hi, Kate.
where's the camera today, Kate? Ah, see,
Jason, the cameraman, he's here.
Yes, sir.
Jason.
So, Prance, how was your week?
Oh, my week was blessed. We got them Been There, Rock That collector's pins. I just been putting it in the right hands. They've been posting it on IG. So, whoever got a pen in hand and didn't post, please post for us. Salute. And just been, setting up for this new episode 13. Oh man, Flatbush is definitely in the building.
tell
Church
you.
Ave is definitely in the
He
building
almost did it too, John.
today. Yes.
He almost did
He
it.
almost did.
Yo,
it.
Stilo, what's good,
You
King?
already know, King. Salute, everybody. Stilo in the building. Conversation with style. You know how we do. Good weekend. Was feeling healthy. Then got a back spasm. Story of my life. Always something new. Hopefully, I get it together. Happy Memorial Day to everyone.
True indeed.
Hopefully, got your barbecue in, with the family enjoying, Flag Day, military, and all the people who serve this country to protect us for our freedom to speak and live the life we live. We out here. John.
True indeed. And also, even, the fallen soldiers in these streets.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of them, ain't reach us to this age where we at right now to do what we doing. So, salute to them also.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so my week was just, same old. Work, clothes, work, clothes. I actually went with Prance. Where did we go Saturday? Where were we?
Oh, we was in Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was in Merrick, Long Island. Went to a family member that I grew up with, my man Warren.
Salute Warren.
Definitely
Good dude.
my man Lem. Went to Morgan State back in the days. He from Church Ave. Also, that Flatbush is always solid. But he bought a crib, got a nice tiki bar and
Man,
pool and
did he
everything.
buy a crib?
So,
I heard.
yo,
Oh, that shit's crazy.
definitely blessings to him. He's an accountant, so any tax season time, if
That's
you
my
want to
guy.
holler at me, I holler at him, and he gonna make it happen for you. Trust and believe.
Shoot, I mean, and he had the food on deck. I've never seen Prance eat so much food in a day. Because Prance act like he don't fucking eat all the time.
Nah, Prance.
True indeed.
All of a sudden, it's like every 15 minutes he had a plate. I'm like, what is this? Like, he just was just going.
Listen.
And then I found out that's how he eats.
Yeah.
He be on that bullshit. No. He be on that bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Skipping meals and chilling out and saying, healthy.
Yeah, but when it's time to go in,
Oh,
You know.
man.
fork the
Whenever
plate.
I'm with John, it's Ramadan.
Yo, it's like, because listen, I'm kind of skinny. I need to eat. I need at least 3 meals a day and then some. He's like, yo, you got to, lunch, you can just double up. I'm like, what are you talking about? What happened to breakfast?
No
But anyway.
doubt.
Well, other than that, and also, thank you, Ralph Lauren, for this t-shirt. This is a t-shirt I was talking about last week that they sent to me.
Oh, okay.
I would have never bought it. So thanks a lot, guys.
no,
You're
I
doing
like
your
it.
job.
I like it.
Salute.
You're
salute.
doing your job.
Salute to RL always.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to give a shout out to our cameraman, as usual. Jason,
Jason?
in the building doing his 1-2.
Yes, actually check out the last episode, 12. He recorded it and it was very, very good, very, very good. Nice work, Jason. Okay, so we have a guest.
You're ready.
He's a legend. He has numerous hits.
Dun,
He
dun.
actually has a unsung TV
No, tell
the
us
TV
about
show.
what happened Tuesday. What did you do Tuesday? Nah, go ahead. My bad.
It's cool. It's cool.
I be
good.
fucking
It's
up.
cool. Nah.
Doo-doo.
But yeah,
Okay, soundtrack.
the one and the only Special Ed is here.
Yo.
Yes.
Right, one time.
Yes.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
What it is.
What's going on, Ed?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm happy to be here, back in the city. Know what I'm saying? One night only, live on at the bar. You know what I'm talking about?
Ready.
Yeah, we gonna go watch some TV tonight
Mm-hmm.
and see
Sure
what's
indeed.
going on. You know what I'm saying? I heard Prince got a special popping
Yeah.
off right about now.
Definitely,
It's
definitely.
Prince a week, all week.
I mean,
Why? What? All week long.
without you, it wouldn't be a Me King.
It's
You
all
know,
good. Nah,
straight
we
like
all
that.
but you know, we all it's just about timing and coming together and things happening. And you know, we probably wouldn't have been right where we at this moment, but we definitely would have progressed, man, because we about progress and moving forward and
True indeed.
motivating. You know what I'm saying? That's why we here now. That's why I'm here now. You know, I'm
No
coming
doubt.
off the road from Buffalo
Yeah.
last night. You know, I was gonna go back to Brooklyn, chill, woo 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 woo. Prince like, yo, time is everything.
Hmm.
So I was like, man,
Yeah.
okay. 'Cause
Right
I was
off
just
the
gonna come
house.
next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? But I say, you know what, Prince, I heard it in his voice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard that voice in a minute.
True indeed.
I said, okay, I hear you, son. I hear you.
No
So
doubt.
it's all good though. I'm here, you know, either this Sunday, next Sunday, it's the same thing. We here, you know.
Yeah, man.
But
You know how we do it.
but definitely this Sunday was definitely going to be a monumental Sunday because we're rolling right out of the podcast into Common Ground, which is in the meatpacking district,
Right.
which myself, Danny Castro, and
Yes.
Kamal will be hosting
The
the
hostess
TV
with
One
most.
Unsung
The special ed edition.
Special Ed
Yeah,
edition.
to honor
So
Ed.
Yeah,
I
man.
gotta salute you for coming from Buffalo all the way down here to make this podcast and then making the viewing party for me. Yo, I gotta salute you
Well,
always,
you
my
know,
dude.
yeah, we family, man. That's the things that we do, and it's just the same. Like I call you, like, yo, I need to put something together, and you put in the work, and hollered at the folks, and you know, we got things popping and things together. So that's the things that we supposed to do as people. If we just, you know, we at this stage in our life, and we got these connects and all these things going on, we have to utilize it. We have to do something with it. We can't just say, oh, I know such and such. I know such and such. Okay, call them. Let's do it.
Hmm.
Let's connect the dots. Once you connect the dots, things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
So this
facts.
is just, you know, connecting the dots.
No doubt.
So how you feel with this honor episode
Well,
coming to you? You know,
well,
getting your
well,
roses early.
well. You know, it's kind of like I don't really like talking about my personal life. I keep it entertainment friendly
Mm-hmm.
because you know um, it's an entertainment thing for me. It's not about trying to prove who I am to nobody. I don't need to. Like, just, you know, speak to me properly and we all be happy. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I did it to educate people and the newer generation that would not know who special ed is.
True indeed.
And I felt like instead of me getting lost in between his story and her story, I'm gonna let it be known for everybody to know now. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather them know right now than wait. You know what I'm saying? Or something happen and then, you know, they want to tell a story. No, I'll let you know now, and then re-educate you so that you understand where, you know, some of your favorite rappers kind of came from and what the similarities are, and you know, do your history. You know, because a lot of kids skip parts of the story, so it's about to all come together now.
Facts, facts.
Yes,
it.
it's important, to, like you said, to tell your story before somebody tell it for you, and then it's not really your story no more. It's whatever they can find and whatever information
Right.
they can, you know what I'm saying?
Piece
Like,
together.
yeah, that's a very
It's
important thing.
everybody else's story telling your story. Yeah, I remember that time we climbed Mount Everest. And Ed said, nah, I can't do it, son. I pulled him up. Yeah. All right, son.
But like I tell Prince all the time, you're very busy. Like people don't know you are on the road all the time and doing your thing.
Yeah,
You're like
man.
all over the place. Like Prince, like, oh,
That's
he's here, it's there, it's there.
yeah, that's what I do for a living, man. You gotta understand, like, you know, y'all can get a paycheck and have a job and all of that stuff. Like, I'm self-employed, so
True
every
indeed.
dollar coming in, I'll have to manifest.
Hmm.
So I'm out there on the grind. I'm working, you
Right.
know, to take care of these kids, pay these bills, and it looks fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to. Looking fantastic costs a little bit.
Yeah.
True indeed.
Yeah.
So that's where that whole attitude comes from with the "I got it made."
Hey, I mean,
Talk that. That's
man, you
of
know.
course one of our favorite all-time songs by you, of course.
Well, that was definitely at a time in my life. You know, I was about 14, 15 when I wrote that, you know, and that was about the time in my life when I was on some get fresh shit. And, you know, that was what life was about, having fun, staying fresh, and, you know, being out there and talking that shit. So that's where that came from. And, you know, people gravitated to that. You know, that I think the mentality or just the ideals involved in it, people could get with. You know, everybody want to have it made and have what they want and say, you know, they living that life. That's what, like, you know, doing it for the gram is about. You know, I'm here, vacation, all that bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? They want to live their best life. Everybody want to live their best life. You know, that's what it boiled down to.
But
So-
go ahead. Go
Now, I
ahead,
was
Sam.
gonna say, so do you consider yourself the original cocky talk about life being good, getting them
Well,
numbers?
I say I'm the original me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at some point is cocky about something or bragging about something, because that was the nature of the art form. But you know, when I came out, apparently my shit was distinguished from the rest. You know, I got something that stood out, and that's what it was about. You know, my originality or my spin on it. You know, ain't nothing new under the sun, but it's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they liked how I do it. They continue to do it. You know.
And that's the thing, not to cut you off, fam, but yo, how after got it made, right? Then you came with the think about it with the hovercraft. So it showed that, yo, I'm on a different level.
Right.
Whatever y'all doing, y'all ain't bringing no hovercrafts out like that. That was if it was on a high 8 film, imagine it would have looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yo, he always did stuff different, even with having Malcolm Jamal Warner as a director for him. When everybody know him as Theo from the Cosby Show and all of that, but as a director now and being involved in the video and getting light and stuff like that, he always had a different concept on how he wanted to portray himself with his music videos and on stage. So I always salute you on that, and showed me as when I had my own group to what it take to be a showman and a businessman. You know what I mean?
I mean, well, he still got the the showmanship down pat.
Of course.
Because the last show your guys did, he had the best presentation out of the whole show. I mean,
True
I
indeed.
mean, it was people, you know, the other people there, but
What
It's-
show was that there?
the one what's the one that was in
Symphony
Manhattan?
Hall
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
on
Yeah, it's like
96
yo,
and
you
Broadway.
you had the crowd just eating out of your hand, like you know what I'm saying. And you kept on like back to back to back, and you just hit them with.
That's it.
You didn't give them a chance to like. It's just like bang bang bang.
That's what you gotta do. That's what they want. That's like, you know, the purpose of you coming out there.
Exactly.
You know, you coming out there to entertain them and to have them like, oh shit, you know. And that's just like when you on the street or you trying to prove yourself or you in a battle or you trying to build your name up and you saying, you know, I'm the best at this. This is a part of that, showing you the best. You know, that cockiness or that attitude. Because if you don't think you're the best, who's gonna think you're
That's
the
it.
best?
That's true.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? Quietly, one or two people might be like, "Yeah, you the best." But yeah,
They ain't gonna say it for the world to hear. Basically.
right.
I got you. And how was the alumni thing going on?
Oh, cool, man. Well, it's just alumni is just a part of who we are, man. It's an affiliation of us who have been through the whole old school, new school, no school,
Yeah,
whatever.
because it's a lot of artists involved in that,
Yeah,
right?
so we just the alumni, man. It's-
hmm
we do shows together. Right now, it's me, Chubb Rock, Dana Dane, Moni Love, Kwame, and Greg Nice come out, and we have a party. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
We have a party on stage. So, shout outs to the alumni. We got something coming up too. Yeah,
No doubt.
for sure.
Yeah. So we know you do like you're a polo guy like me and Prance, and Stelo's like a retired polo guy. So what do you think about all the retro polo that's coming out?
I think that Ralph see what's going on with the low lifes and the culture,
Hmm.
the subculture behind polo and shit. You go on eBay, this, that, and the third, and see what those old pieces selling for.
Hmm.
It ain't hard to tell.
Right.
So you come out, give it a nice price point, and you gonna win. That's instant food. That's like saying, okay, do I think I want an extra 30 million this year? Nah, no, you're gonna do it because you see there's a demand for it,
Right.
and then you see the people lining up and
Hmm.
shit like that, and it's just apparent. But you have to understand that this this happened because of a movement. This ain't just happened because it was cool pieces. This happened because of the movement behind it and what a lot of people went through behind these pieces,
True indeed.
especially some of these pieces that's like, the flagship pieces and shit that you get hurt for and you got to represent for and you really got to go in for just during those times. You know what I'm saying? During those points in time.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there's kids running around with hammers, you know what I'm saying? Dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, over everything
Hmm.
but clothes too. You know what I mean? So, you know,
So what was your first low piece, if you remember?
man, I don't particularly remember. Probably a little pony or something.
Okay.
Probably one of the most memorable ones for me was early. Gave me this shirt that he couldn't fit. Like it was a new piece, but he couldn't fit it. He was like, "Damn, son, see if you could fit this." I'm like, oh, perfect. It was a half button up dress shirt, pinstripe, and it had a crest on it.
Okay.
Yeah, this was early,
Nice.
super early, like. But that was for me. That was like, oh shit, because it came almost like a gift. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, a free piece. Oh, this shit is hot. You know what I'm saying? I used to iron that shit up too.
That's it. Cause
You
you
know.
and DJ Ack went to junior high together,
Yeah,
right?
we went to junior high
Right,
together, man.
dope.
So we came from about eighth grade together. I always say seven. He say eighth. So, but eighth grade, fuck it. You want eighth? Let's do eighth.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, and from there we was rocking. But what I did was, for me, how it started out was just in terms of fashion. Period. Low was just a brand within the fashion scope of things.
Yes, sir.
And at one point, see, for me, like when I got in junior high school, that's when the wardrobes got, you know what I'm saying? That's when we started going different. I had the Devils, the Sergio Valente, the
Valentes.
Calvin Klein. I had the Bill Blass. You know what I'm saying? I had all like just different brands of Levi's, whatever. And this was past the Lee. Early we did the Lee, and junior high we had some Lee, but I started like diversifying,
Switching it up.
yeah, where they following me trying to read with some and shit. Yeah, that type of thing. Cause I had older brothers. I had four older brothers,
Right.
so they were in, you know, the higher respective schools. I'm in elementary. I had junior high and high school. And so on. So, I was on to a lot of the stuff. The Wallabies, the Clarks, the Tigres, the Kangos. I used to borrow their Kangos because I couldn't afford no Kango, but they had Kangos, so I was rocking them when they was gone. They boom, okay, they gone. I go throw they shit on and I'm out. Was stunned, super stunned. But that was the benefit of having four older brothers too.
True.
That you could you know get some pieces.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah,
It's always good to have big brother there. Like,
yeah. For
let me
sure.
hold that.
but a big brother with style though.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
So
important,
you
yeah.
just
But
watching
they was
what
all in terms of everybody was in a style competition, so to speak. So it's
exactly.
coming from shark skins and mock necks.
right.
You know, the mock necks.
Talk about the
yeah,
Wayne Scott mock necks. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And all those days, you know.
Shams the Marin shirts
Yeah,
and all of
even
that.
before that, just even in terms of the BVD collection, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah, talk
You
about
had-
it.
Yeah, the BVD collection had to be, tight, and then the Puerto Ricans always layered their BVDs with the tank top and the t-shirt. No, for real.
Nah,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
real
Tell
talk.
it, that's
So
real
we
talk.
going back
With
you
the
know.
tube socks, with the dress socks, with the
Yeah.
pitch.
We going back. You know what
Lord
I'm
of
saying?
mercy.
So from then time, so it all elevated, and then we went into the eras of the bubble gooses, and then the bubble gooses changing the box gooses, the fur collars, the V gooses, different color sheepskins and shit like that. You know what I mean? We came through all those eras, so
Travel
you know,
Fox,
yeah.
all that.
doubt.
Now, see the era when the low lives came together, and it was a lot of unison in dressing. That was what changed the game in terms of polo in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So before then, everybody had pieces here there, but they made it the the focus.
So it was like then, it wasn't
Yeah,
just you
that was
fly.
like the uniform.
Your team
Your
was
team,
fly.
Yeah, the whole
right.
team, right?
You know, so when we all stepped out together, it was like, yo, we were really that crew.
No
Exactly.
weak links.
No weak links.
Exactly. So that's where that whole thing came in on the Brooklyn side with the whole polo game, and then they obviously come in and half off on the street, so everybody gonna eat that, and that's how dudes keep money in their pocket, and everybody stay fresh on the street.
No doubt.
So it just was what it was. But I had all kind of different suits, and it was about coordinating and matching your shit. And, everything head to toe, like
True indeed.
whatever it was, Adidas, Nike, you know what I'm saying, Nautica. I remember one time I went to Empire, niggas came in with like 50 fucking rainbow type looking shit, and I came in super dip head to toe, Nautica down,
Right.
and I'm looking at these niggas like, the fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? But Nautica just dropped, and that's when they had the hot shit. I
No
had
doubt,
the
no
hat,
doubt.
the jacket, the
full
shirt, the
sets.
pants, the whole everything
doubt.
down to the flow. And then I'm there, I'm doing me, but then like 50 niggas come in with this shit on. I'm like, come on, man.
Shoot.
Yeah, hello?
That's how it is.
Yo, let me call you back for us.
Let them
Yeah,
know
peace,
we
peace
live.
and
out
love
podcast.
to 40 love. Peace
40
and
love.
to
Shout
40
outs to
love.
4-0.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
Yo,
Yo, we heard you, we heard
yo,
you.
Ed, I'ma link you.
So yo, Ed. So back then, what was the brand or the style that you kind of favored, that you really liked in that era, or even up to now?
I always like Calvin Klein.
Okay.
I like Calvin Klein shit because they jeans came out with different tones and different colors. This before Guess had all the different color
Where
Guess
they were doing
suits
the
and shit.
acid washes.
Yeah, I
and
was
everything.
doing that too. We went through the Guess phases, and I had with the all different color Guess suits. You know what I'm saying? Them shits just start disappearing, man, son.
Hell,
Shit. I ain't even got no more Guess suits left.
Crazy.
You forget, Guess was that shit.
Yeah,
No
man.
doubt.
You know?
Yeah.
Guess was
They
like
had a little-
leading in the denim.
they
in
had
the
a little
denim lane.
15 years. They were
Yeah.
going strong.
Yeah.
A good 15 years.
Yeah, but I used to like the Calvin Kleins. I just thought that was a classic kind of style, and my Sergio Valente. I had this Sergio Valente half zip pull up windbreaker, ill with the zip off sleeves. It was like gray and white. It was crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, early out, and I was on this fix bicycle, this 10-speed. No, what they call
fixed
that?
gears.
10-speed. Yeah,
Yeah,
fixed though.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm going zooming down the block. I seen this little girl from, school, whatever, one of the nice ones, right? So I got distracted. I turned around. Sun flew up,
Yeah, you caught that
flipped
skid.
over off the skidded down,
Word.
and skidded on both arms, burnt through the fucking my brand new
Of course.
jacket. Son, I was super tight, and that was
Boy.
the jacket that matched my gray furry Kango and my gray Calvin Kleins. Yeah, and I used to have my shell toes. I spray them different colors.
Okay, you was
sometime-
on that custom shit
Yeah,
back then.
sometimes. Yeah, my shit was
Yeah.
crazy, son. You bugging.
That's what I'm telling you. Think
yeah,
that
sometime
custom
what I
shit
did
some
was-
brand new shit. That's
Yeah, no, my shit was looking. You know how much
Word.
time I could have sold my shit back then for bread.
Word.
Everybody asked me, and I was like, nah, I wouldn't give up nothing, no info. But basically, I come and I slice off the stripes, take out the thread, boop, boop, boop. So then it almost looked like Stan Smith except a shell toe. And then you spray shit down, gray. The whole shit is just gray. Look like a gray shell toe
Damn, son.
with no stripes. Shit was
Gangsta.
crazy, son. Yeah.
Listen, if they ain't got him already watching his videos and shit, see what he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that, like you said, the
created-
era of the
I
originality.
created
you
that.
know?
Yeah, I created that early. I think I was in junior high or going into E Hall when I made those.
Okay,
Probably junior high, actually.
that's what's up.
Yeah, but see, that's what these companies are trying to do now. Anyway, you see, like the ideas he have. That's why you got Nike ID, and you got all these things where they try to give you the chance to make your own shoe and all that.
And
But
that
it
opens up the
derives from
market.
people
Yeah,
like
being-
Ed.
doing their custom
You know what
work.
I'm saying? Doing the
Yeah.
custom work. So they like, okay, how we gonna make some money? And you know what I'm saying? Boom. You know, people been doing it for years.
Facts.
Yeah, that was the super exclusive. That was like super Dapper Dan of the future shit right there. But
And you know that's Dapper Dan era. We were
Yeah.
just doing our own thing.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, that was before I knew about Dapper Dan, though, really. So yeah, that was junior high school times before them suits came out. But the first Miguel rest in peace. His moms used to make them suits and supply Flatbush with all them
Miguel Navarro.
velour, them velour suits, the Smurf suits, all that stuff with the velour and leather trim. Yeah, man.
You bring it
that
back
was
memories, boy.
Yeah, son, that was my dude, man. Rest in peace.
Salute
man. For real,
Flatbush.
that was
Salute Flatbush again. You see?
Yeah.
See how that works?
Church Ave representatives speaking his shit again.
But that was kind of like having a Dapper Dan suit at that time in Flatbush.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
then I know Dapper Dan came out and did his thing, and he's still doing his thing now. Congratulations for him for all the marks he making and continuing to make, in the world. Because it's not just in the industry; it affects the world. And the culture, the world, fashion, culture, how people dress or want to dress or
No doubt.
look at success. You know what I mean?
And especially with the way social media is these days, he's like 20 times bigger than he would ever be. Dapper Dan. That's what anybody like.
Well, before the internet and the media, it was a New York thing.
Yeah.
It was a Harlem thing, and then the rappers took him abroad and made him bigger by spreading him through the videos and wearing his suits and stuff like that. So just with technology, now with technology, anybody could share anything with the planet.
Yep.
It's about them looking or paying attention.
And even with that, that's
Yeah.
like you said, it was that technology that brought him back because now they were stealing his shit. They put it up on the net. They're like, hold on, that's Dapper Dan design. And then now that just brought him right back into the scene again.
Yeah, Gucci
You
straight
know?
up
Yeah.
took his design and then had it up
Yeah.
like it was theirs.
Yeah.
Like they gave no fucks.
Yeah.
And then everybody started hitting them up.
Well,
like,
what you got to understand now is you're talking about, first of all, somebody that kind of bootlegged the Gucci suit 30 years ago.
yeah.
So Gucci is coming back 30 years later like, hey, fuck it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So it's kind of like they flipped the script.
Yeah, they flipped the script. I'm sure you got enough money bootlegging our shit. Now we gonna bootleg it ourselves. So they just put that bootleg spin on it. You know what I'm saying?
True
And
indeed.
just for lack of a better word, it's not really bootleg. It's the reinvention or
That's
recreation.
what I was going to say.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah.
reinvented it and
But
make their
it-
shit better.
Yeah, exactly.
then.
He made it cool for the hood. This is what we wanted is a different spin on our fashion. So our fashion is different. So we had to incorporate the real patterns and fabrics to get that look. But it's for them to pay attention and see that, look, damn, they done went as far as the. It's kind of almost the same thing as the low thing. It's kind of like he, went as far as to manipulate their fashion and make it and brand it, rebrand it. So they have to pay attention to that. They have to respect that. And it's the same thing with them coming back now and giving him carte blanche. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, cut all our shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Even piggybacking
Make
off of
pencil
what you just said,
cases.
too.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Ralph.
Right.
When Low Lives brought out their brand, and they
Right.
was like, "Yo, these dudes are doing it, and they getting the support." So they're like, "All right, fuck it, we'll bring back all our shit threefold." Now it's just like they kind of eliminated that market because they're like they saw the potential.
And I mean, it's really about time, man. Really, it's about time and consistency and legacy. Because right now they got a brand that's has years on it, so they can go 30 years back and start reissuing the shit that's sold that people love, and they can do that for the next 30 years and come back around again. Like, it's no it's no limit to what you can do once you own something. So it's
That's
like
true.
a catalog. They have the catalog.
But that's the thing, though. It's like they do it, and like we were saying with Gucci and Dap, it's like the '92 Stadium came out. Like, you need to pay homage to the urban group Jiggy that did it in a video that made your sales go up, and pay homage to us.
Yeah.
If it was Raekwon with the Snow Beach,
Right.
pay homage to him.
They didn't
but
pay homage to him either.
I think
That's
I
what I'm
think it's
saying.
besides the homage. I think they need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They need to have a meeting or some sort of dialogue as to, you know, just what you're saying. The fact that we do realize that this affected our sales, or these pieces, and we want to see if we can incorporate you guys in something or whatever, or cut a check or do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, really.
What
Soon
you
as
laughing
he
at,
said-
Chris?
As soon as he said check, I just started smiling. Like, yeah,
No,
you're right.
for
Talk
real,
that. Talk
for
that
real.
shit.
Cut a check, because at the end of the day, y'all doing their advertising department's work, and their
Every
marketing
day.
department's work every day. Still, y'all like
We're
for the
brand
and-
ambassadors.
yeah, brand ambassadors, but they're not paying you to do that,
Facts.
and they saving a lot of money by y'all doing it for free. Y'all doing it because of the culture and the love of it, but they winning all the way around because it's like free advertising. It's
Sure
like
indeed.
they don't even have to give away nothing, because y'all supporting it and buying it and wearing it, and some people taking it, whatever. They know what they doing.
Yeah,
And
know.
on another thing too, you said y'all, like, you're part of the low lives also, aren't you?
I never boosted, nigga, never
Shop
shot. Yeah, see?
You had people like Prince Low with you, so you don't need to do all of that.
I had no knowledge of none of that. All I know is that, there's some pieces popping up.
The price was right.
Peace to the tour life with you, Ed, for real, with the Free Dogs.
The Free
Oh,
Dogs in the
everybody that
building.
know what the Free Dogs is, ain't no airport store was safe around us. The Free Dogs.
Man,
Whatever it took, we was there. Salute to all my Free Dogs.
man.
Yo, see, the
And
problem the problem with Ralph, like what Ed was saying, like, just to reiterate, they just don't want to give the credit. For some reason, they just want to just keep everything in house, and they just want to be like, okay, well, the retro stuff that's because of us.
Well, who's having these conversations?
It's only like a select few that they
Yes.
bring in, and they'll have conversations with people. Like I've been up there a couple times, but it's just like they just want to kind of like keep it in, like it's their baby, so they like everything is because of them. Like even when we did the horsepower documentary, they wouldn't even give credit to Complex that they actually did the documentary. So it's more like they just basically, Ralph would never acknowledge what the Lowlifes did for him and the company. Like he'll never do it. That's just the way it is. And
Well, see, that's the issue there. Now, what should have happened and should have been happened is there should have been a brand that should have been around for now at least 20 years or so. Because y'all have what, like 30 years in it. So after 10 years, somebody should have put two and two together,
Right.
and then at least y'all would have had 20 years worth of pieces right now, bubbling. Because if y'all worked as an organization to push the brand and sell it, then y'all wouldn't have to be working for him.
True
You know
indeed.
what I'm saying?
You know,
Y'all could be
salute
working
to
for
salute
yourself.
to Willie Esco and Thirst for seeing that vision and at least giving us one collection out of that took a long time. And right now we at a pause that position with the brand, but we about to redo what we got to do with this polo. I
Shoot,
mean
it
the
could
low
have been
life
it could
collection.
have been 10 brands by now.
True indeed.
So let me ask. I'm gonna ask everyone a question pertaining to that. Prince, John, because you guys are familiar as well as Ed. So let's just say Ralph and them did take that in consideration. Who amongst the low life group, community, crew, would they have taken to be part of that sit down? Because I think me looking from the outside in, that's where I think it would be a kind of like a conflict.
Conflict of
Because
interest and
now it
stuff
would
like that.
be kind of like a conflict amongst the crew on who's going to be the
Well, see,
forefronters.
this is what
and
I'm
then
s-
I think corporation wise, they're going to look at like we can't get all of them.
Mm-hmm.
How can we make that happen? So
Okay.
I'll address that to Prance first, and then we'll work it down. What do you think?
Well, I mean, they should take the most influential ones that's really still seeing the low life movement on a positive, and that's the ones they really gonna pull in first.
Okay.
And then at the round table, they'll ask who else you would think has a creative mind as you to bring in, and then each one at the round table get a +1, and that's it.
Got you. Okay. What about you, Ed? What you think?
I think that they should. First of all, there should be some organization within the group. So there shouldn't be a question, and there shouldn't be a problem or an issue as to who is doing what. That should be, either voted upon in some fashion by the members with that type of authority. You know what I'm saying? And appoint a group, a hand select group of who is going to be representing us and speaking on our behalf, because you can't have everybody coming from left and right, and I'm this, I'm that, I do this, I do that. No, then that undermines the purpose of having an organization.
Correct.
So have your organization with its members, properly structured, and go have these conversations, and then come back and report to the group. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what they offering, or this is what we bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? I think that at best there could have been a low life like urban line, because there's been so many lines popped off for no fucking reason. Like
Facts.
there's the new one for what? What is it? Paper weight with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, some kite paper type shit, and it's cool. Nothing against but you have to rebrand. You have to try different things. But how about now trying some things with these dudes that pushed you, pushed you over in the urban market?
That's dope.
No doubt.
Do something like that, and and then also you can also look at people within the organization and see who is doing these things, who is motivating, or who is having the most success moving forward in their direction, like whether it be licensing. I see Rack licensing a lot of jewelry.
No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? He can actually that's things they do. They do that. Jewelry licensing, et cetera, et cetera. Clothes, whoever's designing, whoever's pushing, whoever's marketing. Those are different departments that you all, actually do already and play a part in on your own.
True.
So they can see, who's doing what too. It's all there. Somebody can go online and look at everything that's happening.
True.
And who's who. You know what I'm saying? But amongst the group, y'all should already have an idea of, look, y'all go sit down, chop it up, blah blah blah, and then chill. Y'all gotta have gotta have organization.
So what say you, John?
I just think, honestly, I just think the way that they're doing it now is kind of, they have like a lazy mentality of like who they're doing stuff with. I just think they need to just really do research. Like, there's a lot of collectors around the world
Definitely.
that they can tap into and they can ask these questions, but they, they go to like the easy ones. Like, for instance, Just Blaze is one of my friends. They'll go to Just. Okay, how about let's not go to Just. Let's go to somebody else. Like, there's some other guy that we don't know about that has maybe every article of clothing that you're looking for and you're looking to reproduce. I just think up there they just have this mentality where it's just like, well, we know what we're doing. We're the masters of our domain, and they're not seeing that, they have people that look on social media all day, look at everybody's account. They'll look at Ed account, they'll look at Prance's account, they'll look at your account. Like Ed was saying, they know what's going on. But it's just that, it's just, to me, it's ignorance. And in the fashion industry, there's a lot of ignorance. I just think it's just going to take that one person to say, like, you know what, let's do this differently. That person's not there yet, but it's going to take that one person to say, like, listen, we're going to do shit a little bit different. Like, even with the retro thing, I think it's getting blown out of proportion because now they're just bringing out everything. And then, some things you need to keep sacred to keep the brand going. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to just bring out everything.
And that what you said is the word I was looking for, sacred.
Yeah, some
to
things.
keep its legacy
you need to keep
intact.
You need to keep the legacy
know?
going. It's cool bringing out all the retro stuff, but I just think, they're trying to adhere to stockholders, to people in the company. It's not going to work because what you're going to do, you're going to drown everything, and then the retro stuff's not going to be special anymore because it's going to be on in every store, on every rack.
And that's exactly what's happened. It's almost like
Oversaturation.
oversaturated. It's like over currency. Like they made so much
Yeah,
that to the point the value of it is losing
It's
right now.
it's like just bring out enough to where it's like, okay, people, okay, it's here, it's there. Even Supreme, they do it kind of different. They bring out stuff like every week or every month, whatever it is. But it's like there's no cutoff point. You don't want to overproduce it because then you just shoot yourself in the foot. Then it's whack. It can be polo, it can be anything. It gets whack. So I just think it's just they have to have a new philosophy up there on how they're going to do stuff. That's all.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
I agree. Even with that, it's kind of you made a point as far as like overproducing. Now we're gonna go into hip hop a little because I feel hip hop is being kind of overproduced with this mumble rap shit. Now you coming from that era where lyrics said a lot, presentation, everything said a lot. What's your opinion on how the time frame of hip hop is now?
Well, it's the main frame of hip hop is being handed over to the youth, and their musical ear is different, and what they like to listen to is different. Just like with every generation, with time, sound change. Period. So it's just natural evolution, and that's just what they like now. The only thing is they're not into, like, they don't care about a positive message. They care about showing off, and kind of everything. Everything is about overdoing it. Whether it be drug usage or sexuality or homosexuality or just a lot of stuff that they don't need to be involved in. Entertain people. Don't bring all your shit in the kitchen with you. So, it's just, I think that they need to be just more responsible at the end of the day. Entertaining is one thing, but after you've done your show and you step off stage and living your life, like, what are you doing then? How does that affect anyone? Or how are you helping anyone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I feel like even with that, I think now is the era is all about shock value. It's not about content. It's almost like, from the dress to the fashion, everything is a shock value thing. So it's like, at this point, where are we going to go to now? Even in hip hop, music, fashion, what's the point? I feel like we're getting to the point where we're at a stalemate. Like we're getting to the gate and we're not even sure where we're going to go from now, And I think that's how it is with hip hop, as far as I see now, because we don't really have that many lyricists out there who had the ability to tell a story like you do in this day and time.
Well, they still do have some artists. It's just up to us to pay attention to them. They're out there, they exist, they online, and that's where everything is now. But they're there. It's just for us to say their name, pay attention to them, support them, and not make the other artists as important. Because that's what it is. We're giving them relevance by even negative press. Oh, this one, da da da, he's in a wedding dress. Like
Shock value.
yeah, and then we're giving it energy. You know what I'm saying?
Who's some of the MCs or rappers now that you like or you like to listen to now?
I like to listen to a lot of stuff. A lot of them, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know their name.
Okay.
But I like listening to it, and I live in the South too, so I hear a lot of that stuff that come through, and it's a lot of little this, that, and the third. I don't know what nobody look like. I don't know none of their names, but if the song come on, I can quote a little part like a
Right.
whoop, or hey, like I know certain little things. So I like music too. Like they got good beats, and the way these women dance to it, I appreciate
Oh yeah.
it.
You got
So
to.
yeah, so music is gonna always change. It's just up to you to change with it, or to find a way to deal with it.
True,
You know what I
true.
mean? You can always listen to what you want in your own time, but when you go in that club now, you know what they're gonna play. When you turn on that radio today, you know what they're gonna play. So it's up to you. It's a matter of preference. You know what I mean, and what you're willing to tolerate.
Who you listening to, Prince? Who you like listening to with hip hop now?
Yo, tell you the truth, I'm still just going through my own iTunes playlist. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, John just put me on to some Brazilian music, so I'm vibing out to
Yeah.
that. Tell you the truth.
Had him on some Sergio Mendez. He was like,
Oh,
ah.
shoot.
Yeah, I'm good
Yeah,
now.
that's what's up. Even when we had that last talk with Rob Bachman, he put us onto that artist Trouble out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
The brothers, that dude is tough. If you ain't heard from him, Eddie, his shit, trap music, his shit's actually dope. Some real shit, So I fucks with
when
that.
they put a lot of time and energy into it too. It's not just not everything is just slapped together. You can tell the difference if you know music. You can hear. Some of it is well produced, well sequenced, well mixed, and you gotta respect that sonically.
Yeah,
I
true.
like a lot of shit that I don't like. If that makes sense.
No, I got
I
you.
do.
I got
Yeah,
you.
So, and it's not about them beating it in your head 100 times a day, because I just turn my shit off. I don't listen to radio all the
Yeah.
time. But, I can still respect some of this stuff, and I like some of the stuff. Like, I think one of the hardest lines from one of these guys that I really don't know, and I don't know what his name is, but he is like, he don't even believe in Jesus. Why he got a Jesus piece?
That's a little punk.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
I got gray hairs, but I'm up on some of these young
right.
boys.
So I don't know nothing
No,
else.
but that line is
Right. I don't know nothing else about
Yeah.
the song. I don't know the rest of the song. I can't say another line. I apologize. But that line to me is provocative.
Yeah.
I think that's like says something to the masses, to people his age, his generation. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like wake up almost.
Yeah.
Like, y'all doing blind shit. Y'all doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna, you don't even believe in Jesus and you win Jesus. I think that was nice.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, it's just certain little things that catch me at this stage, because I'm not really paying attention to, half of what's going on, because it take me too much energy to decipher it.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, it's there, but I might hear something on the side, some, subconsciously or whatever, that'll stand out. Some of them got some cool little lines, and that's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool to have a line, but you want to, you want a legacy.
True,
You know
true.
what I'm saying? You want to touch lives and affect people. You want kids 30 years later, 20 years later, you want their kids to know,
Exactly.
who you are, or enjoy your music. You know what I'm saying? So You know, at some point it has to have some kind of substance, or else it's just about dancing and shaking. You know, if you want to dance and shake, they do that too.
What about you, John? I already know what your flavor is.
I listen to a lot of everything, but
Yeah.
I'm mostly into the Brazilian music now.
Yeah.
I can't really stomach most of the rap stuff. Or I listen to like the old classic stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's too much going on. I let my kids they tell me
Let
what's
them
going
have
on.
it, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's who it is.
That's
Okay,
what it-
cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
You
That's
know
what I'm
what I'm
saying, and I don't know any names
That's it.
at all. Like I can't, I don't even know,
saying?
and I can't know if I don't know who did what song. Like how many songs you got? If that's the same group,
Mhm.
it could be.
Yeah. Well, that goes with them all sounding alike. But you got
Right.
some of them that got some one hits where you be like, okay, I know who that is. Like
Right.
you said, you might not know the name, but you know the song.
Right.
Nah, but speaking of music, Ed is actually performing Friday night
Yes, sir.
at the Barclays. You know,
Yeah.
the Yo MTV Raps concert.
30th
TV Raps 30
anniversary.
year anniversary.
Salute 'em.
Fab Five Freddy, Ed Lover, and Dr. Dre.
Mm.
You know, they did a lot for that brand. And they doing this concert here Friday, June 1st at the Barclay, and everybody got like 7 minutes.
That's it.
But, because it's a lot of artists, it's over 20 something artists, maybe closer to 30.
Yeah.
So, everybody got a few minutes to hit it and quit it. And basically, that'll get to the point anyway. That to me, that will keep the place rocking live.
Keeping that vibe going.
Yeah, that's kind of like the same thing you were saying, how I get in there with my show and just get to it.
Yeah.
Same concept. All these artists with hits throughout the years, get in there, bang it, and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope they keep the flow nice and consistent so that it's not a bunch of ups and downs. It
Not
just
too
need to
many
keep-
delays. Keep that
yeah,
energy
just
going.
need to keep
Sure
that energy
indeed.
going through the whole show.
Yeah, whoever's doing that bill as far as like who's going on first, second, third, whatever. They got some
gotta-
shit on their hands.
Real.
It's gonna be hard because
To keep that time going,
if
right?
you want to keep the flow, you have to have the right people going behind each other or before each other.
It's a
They gotta have
chemistry
a
thing.
production team to,
Yeah.
And the
make
staff gotta
locate
be.
everybody, make sure your production schedule, who next. They gonna be on it.
Cause I was reminiscing on back in the days when we did Rap Mania. So I just think this is like a 2018 Rap Mania.
For
Yeah,
real.
With
pretty
all
much.
them artists, it's gonna be definitely monumental.
No, because
So,
I can imagine. Ed, look, listen, Ed's gonna bring it because the other show just went bombing. Everybody's like, "Oh shit!" So I know he gonna come. I know he coming with the heat. Like that's not a
Come
problem.
on, son, we in the Barclays.
Exactly.
yeah, we
I've-
gotta do it.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do something decent there. I was approached and lowballed as happens sometimes, and I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. Nah. I'm gonna wait for something that's worth it for me to be on that stage.
And that's gonna be that night's gonna be legendary, brother. Trust.
Exactly.
Trust.
Sometimes it's those first, man. Like the first time, you want something to be right when you do it. You know what I mean? If I do this, I want this shit to be popping. I ain't going no halfway subway shit.
We already know how
So
you
that's
get
your
down.
this gonna be your first time at Barclays or?
First time performing there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've been there a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the stage, but I think MOP was performing. I was up there chilling, just I was about to do a little 1-2, but they was tight with their production schedule. It was a big show. Yeah, but I came to a few shows over there. It was cool. I like the energy. They got a lot of love for me and respect over there. Like I'll never be on
Brooklyn's
no list.
own.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't never on no list. I don't know nobody's name.
It just pop up.
They know you.
Be like, oh yeah, come on this way. Oh, great. I appreciate that.
That's that Brooklyn loyalty.
Yeah,
man.
it's supposed to
and
be.
One time it took a second, but they got to it. It panned out, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because in any other genre, they respect their artists. You know what I mean?
True indeed.
How you gonna have classic artists with 30-year history come to your venue and you not roll out the red carpet or accommodate them? You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to.
You deserve it, family. Trust.
Appreciate it.
Definitely deserve.
So do you have any new projects you're working on, or it's just that you're just doing a lot of touring and stuff like that?
Nah, I've always been recording. I don't consider recording a specific project
Right.
though, but I also do have two groups that I've been working with.
Mhm.
One is the Vandals out of Philly,
Mhm.
and that consists of my godson and his whole team. You know, it's some family thing involved. You know, brothers,
Shout out to
sister.
Vandals.
Yeah, the Vandals and my boy City the Great been grinding it out. He's a hard-working, independent artist,
Okay.
and he's grinding too. So I just like to show support and you know show love to people that are really about their craft. It's like you can tell who's really trying to do something than who's just trying to talk about doing something.
No doubt. And City, matter of fact, City the Great, since you introduced me to him, like he always showed me love. He always moving and shaking. He always got a showcase or something that he's doing, performing at, that he always inbox me or text me or show that love. So
Right.
definitely salute to him.
Yeah, man. So just in terms of trying to help others, you know, I could always help myself, man.
Right.
That's easy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's about helping others or being able to inspire someone to help themselves. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I'm like the Michael Landon show.
What's that?
What's that? Highway to Heaven.
Highway to
Highway to
Heaven.
Yeah, I go help people
He used
all
to
over
come
the
and, like,
country and shit.
They used to
I'm
like be
"What's
like, oh,
wrong, boo?"
What's the situation?
Smack
Yeah.
on the ass. She just start giggling. Oh, I'm saved.
it used to be crazy. He would just pop up out of nowhere,
it.
like something be going on, like
For
the house
real.
burnt down, and he'll just like, hey, how you doing? You need some help? Yeah, he
Yeah,
was a
so-
good one.
Yeah, you know, ain't nothing else to do. I've done everything else, man. Like, you know, I just like to see people become successful and do things, you know, for themselves and others.
Hmm.
Because it's the same thing. You can become successful, but it's about passing on, you know,
Co-signing.
yeah, helping others to become successful too, not just so you can become successful and be the Scrooge and you know be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? No, we trying to spread love, spread some knowledge, spread some wealth, you know, and so everyone can be happy.
Yeah, and
But you wasn't like that from before, son. When you was getting your tour together, and my cousin Little Sean brought me to you to audition. You just opened the red carpet for me to do
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
had to do, even though my dance partner wasn't there with me, and I had to speak up for him. But you just let me go through my routine. You seen I really wanted it bad. I wanted that bad, and you green light me, and the rest is history. Now we sitting here, so I definitely appreciate that. You
Yeah,
always
no doubt.
helping somebody out, man.
Yeah,
for real.
that's what it's about. And like I said, you can see who is about what they want, you know, who's really trying to do it and who's just trying to squeeze by, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it boiled down to. If I see somebody really about it, y'all, you know, y'all definitely had, you know, innovative shit, creative, and the synergy between y'all working together. Shit was hot. So I was like, all right, hey, y'all could take care of that. I know what I need to do. I got my part. As long as I felt confident enough that y'all could get y'all shit together.
No doubt.
So as long as y'all back there coordinating and
That's
y'all
it.
make entertaining people, I'll take care of the rest.
True
So,
indeed.
so okay, guys, we're out of time. Ed, where can they find you on social media?
On social media, I'm at Special Ed Music. That's on Instagram, Snap, um, everything really. But the Twitter is Special Ed.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to finally get my damn name on one of these
There
things.
you go.
Every time I go to something new, somebody over there taking my shit. It's like, what the fuck? Fucking- yeah, you're not even doing nothing with it. You're somebody like, you know, sitting around, ain't posting 6 months, and
Yeah,
then,
Facts.
you know, dumb shit. Like, leave my shit alone, man. You know, they just bamboozle me. You know, I don't pay attention sometimes, and I didn't pay attention to what was going on with my URL, and somebody snatched it from me while I was sleeping. I was traveling one summer or whatever. So, man, they tried to throw that shit up to like 1,200 on me.
Mm.
Yeah, I was like, what? Hell no. I let them have that shit. And then just the other day, I just went back. I've been checking. It been the same, and then they came down a little. They was like 800, this, that, and the third. I saw the other day it was like less than 500, so I went and grabbed it back. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. They stole my shit and sold it back to me. You know what I'm saying?
You know how that go.
Yeah, they all sell it back to you. You know, take your own shit and sell it back to you. Come on, man.
So Prince.
Yo,
Where can you
Prince
find
Low 24/7. Salute the almighty Low Lives. Salute the Church Ave representatives out there. And definitely shout out to Siobhan and TTK, which is
Yes.
our past artist for that Urban Outfitters t-shirt line.
Congratulations.
They got it in the stores and they got it online. Please check that out. Definitely.
Stilo.
You already know, Stilo, STELO 1009 on Instagram. And also, I usually don't promote it. We have our Been There _ rock that _ Instagram as well. Check us out. We're going to have a lot of new ideas and things popping up on there as usual. Giving you guys new stuff, new flavors, style. Been there, rock that, conversation with style. You're ready. Salute.
Oh,
John
wow.
Green.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, you can find me Polo Parata on Instagram.
I don't know what the hell you just said. Man. Slow that shit down for me.
That's that
Polo
Portuguese.
Parata. That's Portuguese for polo pirate.
Okay.
But you can find me on Instagram. Be sure to watch Unsung. It comes on today, Sunday.
Yes,
So check it
sir.
out. This is the special edition. And if you're in New York or Brooklyn, come to the show. You can also see special, do the damn thing at the Barclays Center. There's tickets available. I think there's $75.
Prance
or-
Low gonna be in the building.
Prance, we'll all be there.
We all gonna you're ready.
That's how we
This
do.
has been there, Rock That, episode 13. Ciao.
Salute.